Well, I think maybe. No, I don't want to go out on the road.
I'm just running to Myers grabbing the bags and coming home, so there's no need
The leaf
for me to
bags?
go.
Yeah, I understand that. I was wondering if I wanted to get in the car and go for a ride with you, and
Oh, okay.
I was wondering
Yeah,
it out
you're more
loud.
than welcome to do that, but it won't be long, so you won't
No,
have
I
to
was
listen
just
to that.
I was just contemplating.
It's much easier to hear you when you don't have the fucking dog barking.
When you get tired of saying the same language over and over again, the language has to change. Well, it doesn't have to change, but if I don't change it, if I don't allow certain other kinds of language to evolve in this new space now, then I'm really only experiencing half the experience. Like I'm only whoa, that was a pretty big bird that just flew by the window. I'm only experiencing half the experience because certain language gets certain people riled up, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't seem to matter. There's always somebody that's going to be irritated by what you have to say. But I'm tired of pussyfooting around with these overreactive emotional groups. They get so hung up on their personal ideology that they can't even step off the planet and look and see what they're actually working with. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Girl, is that how I can say it to you? Yeah, it's like I totally get your story. I totally understand why you tell it that way. I can see why an entire culture has been developed around what you believe. It's beautiful, you know, all of you. Not ya as in outside of myself, but us as in essence. Constantly creating new ways to communicate.
As in essence.
But dude, seriously, we are conditioned by the system that we are. I don't. Well, I don't really know. I mean, gosh, I wish I had a better. I mean, I can stand off the planet all I want, but I'm only so big, you know. My mind is. I mean, I can imagine. I can imagine stars and endless space. I can imagine that. I get curious about that. But when it comes to actually working on the physical plane with the size of the globe, it's just like at some point you have to kind of find your niche.
Niche.
Right, and mine just happens to be talking and thinking. I don't know very many jobs that pay you for talking and thinking. You think I can just go look it up in the yellow pages? Or on Craigslist? Wanted. One talker and thinker.
I'm out. Oh, and I lied. I'm getting bags and coat.
That was a lie. Not really.
I was gonna say not really. I just didn't think about it till I stood up. I was like, well, slightly.
Yeah, and you don't even need to tell me
actually.
that, so it's almost like
Finishing my game before I said it.
right. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I think I'm gonna finish reading this book, and I think I'm gonna
Come out
start
and
using.
play in the yard.
I'm gonna use the YouTube, Facebook, blogging thing all together, and try and come up with a lesson. See, man, you don't want to do lesson plans. That's like so. That's like too system.
I'm leaving.
That's great. I gotta pee. Did you guys see what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Do you see what this YouTube thing can be used for, and what this Facebook thing can be used for, and how to communicate that to the outside world a little bit, more delicately perhaps to the ones with strict animosity against sharing online. Maybe give some guidelines, a heads up, and teach some safety, well, you know, whatever that is. But with everybody online banking and billing and online chatting and Skyping and online Facebooking and messaging and posting and all that, text messaging, we're so open, and yet I don't think that we've really fully come to grips with that. I don't think we really understand how much of our lives is actually all being shared with one another. They access anything they want about you anytime they want. So what is it that you see in that? Because it seems like, you know, some people are watching patterns to find out how better to develop technology to support those patterns. So if you do nothing less, maybe, you start to design your own patterns in order to maybe compete with your last pattern, you know, so that when you show up on your little data file in the internet, on the internet, with the internet, it's like a grading scale, maybe, you know, just this curve of love. You hit the love curve, and if enough people do that, maybe there's like some grand prize. Like, oh my God, there's like 300,000 lovers out there. Yes, everybody, sweet, we broke it. It's time to party. I don't think that that's it. We can have a party if you want to have a party. I don't mind having a party because I like to have parties. But I'm dancing on the edge here, people. I'm like right in the middle of this space where there's this one space of me that sees the impossible nature, but every time I see the impossible nature, I know that there's the possible nature. So then just knowing that there's this possible nature, I start to meander. And then I wander through these endless woods of the unknown. And somehow I'm trying to make sense of it on a global scale. And with only one brain in your own world, you're only one brain. I mean, granted, we're all interconnected to, you know, this global brain, but when you're all by yourself in your room and you're trying to make sense of certain things, you are faced regularly with the size of your own form. To meet others that also think like this, where Gaia kind of comes first and educating everybody so that they can make these wise decisions for our shared space. This oppression thing this just doesn't work. The holding people down thing. Oh, excuse me. It doesn't work. It seems like that's gonna kind of slow things down a little bit. But either way, I'll be done for now, and I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and then I'll probably come back talk. So I pretty much just feel like talking, so I'll probably just be making videos all day. But I think that 10 minutes is plenty. So, last little tidbit. What are you using your internet for? How are you helping others who don't understand it or even have a strong animosity for it? How are you taking the time to slowly, based on your energy and their energy, engage in learning how to communicate on that global scale? Because it's huge, it's big, and I remember when I first started, I was kind of nervous, and I even shut the thing down. I was like, I'm not interested in communicating online. I'm not interested in communicating with that many people. There's too many emails coming to me. I can't keep up, blah, blah, blah. This isn't my gig. And I come to find out that when I got into it, it really was my gig. I really liked it a lot. I liked the amount of information that was coming to me at the speed that it was coming, and I liked how I was transforming because of what I was taking in. But I have always been that person that if I hit that wall of no longer fully happy, then there's probably some growing and some learning that needs to be done. So, anyways, I'm going to go to the bathroom. And I'll talk to you later.